Good morning. Today is Tuesday, May the 30th, 2017, and it's 7:40 a.m. We're still here in Rudesheim, Germany. Probably didn't pronounce that right, but it's close as I can get. Rudesheim. And there's the geese down there swimming around. Larry said they are gray lag geese. It's a little cooler this morning, but it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. Larry's all ready to start the day. Got his long sleeve shirt and his jeans on. Looks pretty good this morning. I'm ready to start the day too. I just got on black pants and a sweater.
Still looks hot.
It was when the plague ravaged the country. The chapel was reconstructed in the years 1889 to 1894. As I said, the chapel on the right hand side, as we reverse, Rochus Chapel.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are leaving behind us Rudesheim with 10,500 inhabitants. As I mentioned the other day, it was the terminal point of the merchant road that originates in North and circumnavigates some waterfalls which are further inland.
Yeah, we started looking at the house.
Due to its commercial significance, castles secured around the location. And close to the train station, as we are reversing on our left-hand side, we can see Bremsenburg or Niederburg castle that dates back to the 10th century. It is a former custom station and served as the seat of the Knights of Rudesheim for centuries. Rudesheim, ladies and gentlemen, is situated at the foot of the Niederwald forest. If you look as we reverse, also on the left-hand side, you will see a big statue. This is the Niederwald Memorial, the statue of Germania, with a height of 10.5 meters that rests on a 25-meter base. And it's situated on a mountain ridge 225 meters above the Rhine and can be seen for miles.
It
was erected to commemorate the renewal of the Empire in 1871.
There it is.
Germany, you can see how tight the spot is for our first observation. Remember, it's quite difficult, and I'm sure we have been talking with fellow guests of yours. You have all realized how difficult and how busy the Rhine River is. Before I start talking about history and castles and the river itself, actually, I would just like to point out that the Rhine River is definitely the busiest river in Europe. And to give you an idea, this is an actual statistical number between Basel and Rotterdam, because Rotterdam is also being serviced by the Rhine River with canals, and Rotterdam being the largest European seaport, you have every day, daily, between Basel and Rotterdam, approximately 8,000 ships moving up and down. When we say 8,000 ships, we mean of course all ships in sizes. Our size ships, barges, small day cruisers, smaller private yachts or speedboats, everything. But nevertheless, 8,000 ships per day, ladies and gentlemen. And also, as far as I know, the Rhine River is the only river that has traffic lights. When we will enter the Strait of Lorelei, we will point them out to you as they are in that specific part of the river, which is the most difficult to navigate. When you are included as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, that means the scenery, the place, the building cannot be altered anymore in any way. So you will realize, for example, there will be absence of bridges. They are not allowed to build any more bridges because they belong to UNESCO heritage sites. Which of course is also a good thing because it gives jobs for the people working on the ferry boats that transfer people and cars from one side to the other. Just visit the barge and inside you they will see the marine life, let's say, of the Rhine River. Quite fascinating. And the place that is on our left hand side, it's called Bingen, with about 25,000 inhabitants. Close to an older settlement, the Romans constructed the Castle Bingen. And you can see right there up ahead of us on the left hand side with a red and white flag. The Romans laid a bridge across the Nile River, and of course, as I said, the castle building that used to be from the Roman times has been destroyed repeatedly, and then it was renamed. It got the name Wood Clock, which was erected finally in the shape that you see in the 13th century. It was the last time it was destroyed by the French in 1711. Now you will be hearing the sentence quite often, ladies and gentlemen, destroyed by the French, especially in the year 1689. 1689 was the year of a major French campaign. You know, the famous Sun King, Louis XIV. He had a major campaign here on the Rhine together with his troops and his Swedish mercenaries, and he destroyed 300 castles and villages along the Rhine. So that will be coming up quite frequently. Ladies and gentlemen, this is by far the most beautiful part of the Rhine River. And I'm absolutely certain that we're going to enjoy our sailing this morning. The weather is cooperating, so I hope it's not going to be too hot, but let's not forget that the breeze that we have here up on the Sunday will help you also to stay nice and cool. And as you can see, we have already 1.5 castles ahead of us. And what do I mean? Our castle and a tower that used to belong to that castle on the left hand side, actually in the middle of the river to be more exact. And I will start with a tower. The little tower that you see on the left hand side, renovated last year to be precise. The name is Mäuserturm, Mouse Tower, and is a former watchtower from the 13th, 14th century, not exactly clear. And it belonged to the castle on the opposite side, which is called Ehrenfels. In 1855, the top part of the tower was changed significantly, and now it serves as a signaling station for the ships that pass here, the Bingen Hall. The name Mouse Tower was derived from the word Maut, which means toe. According though to the legend, the name can be explained also as follows. At the beginning of the 10th century, Hatto, Archbishop of Mainz, famous for his gluttony and hard-heartedness. Now, then, the country was besieged by plagues. Hundred and destitute ruled the country, but of course Hatto didn't feel any of it, as his storehouses were full to the rim. Now the starving people begged the rich church dignitary for food, but the cruel man did not want to hear any of it. When the priest increased, he had the beggars seized, locked in a barn, and burned to death. This way, of course, he managed to surprise the uprising, but he did not manage to escape God's wrath. One evening, late one evening, mice suddenly came out of all the walls and crevices and attacked the frightened man. She managed with a
Larry's
shot.
muffin just flew off.
As soon as this happened, the mice scattered in all directions and were never seen again. And ever since, each journey, that's the way of the monks tower, 13th, 14th century, up ahead of us in the middle of the river. Now the castle ruin on the right hand side, I said already, it's called Ehrenfels. It was erected around 1211 upon the order of the Archbishop of Mainz in order to secure the narrow Rhine valley near Bingen. Later on, it received customs rights, but it was destroyed by the French in 1689, and as you can see, still lays in ruins. So Mauer's Tower on the left hand side, Ehrenfels Castle, 1211 approximately, on the right hand side. Now, during our night, ladies and gentlemen, we will see approximately 16 castles this morning. And it's quite fascinating if you think about the small distance we're going to cover, and 16 castles in such a short distance is quite impressive. I would just like to mention that Germany has approximately 5,000 castles. How does it work? Do they belong to private owners? Do they belong to the German government? How does it exactly work? Some of them, yes, do belong to private owners, and perhaps the owners cannot restore them and lay still in ruins. Or they belong to the German Castle Association. The German Castle Association is an organization that owns 600 castles in Germany, one of them being the Maxburg Castle. And they are partly funded by the government, private donations, and of course the castles they have offered to the public. That is the German Castle Association. Only a few of them do belong to private owners, and they are perfectly restored. We have two of those examples here along the Middle Rhine. And then the last and most popular version is that the castles have been converted to hotels. The most difficult part is maintenance, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very expensive to maintain. Sometimes we have the exact year of construction of a castle, but in the most of the time, why is that? Don't we have exact records of each castle? They were kept, but you have to keep in mind that in many cases the records were destroyed during wars or fires or things like that. So we have approximate year of construction from the reference we might have from different documents.
Up there on the left.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are coming up. On the right hand side you have a little village, Assmanns Hausen, a wine growing location, famous surprisingly for the red wine. Today is a municipal district of Rudesheim, and even the Romans already knew about the lithium-bearing alkaline thermal spring that exists here, and is visited by people plagued by rheumatism. Quite famous, ladies and gentlemen, here on the right hand side with some real